Right. So good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to everyone tuning in from different part of the world. So welcome to this very important Mars First Global Community Call. So we are in an exciting moment, not just because of the progress we have made across every part of the ecosystem, but because we are about to enter a whole new chapter, one built on real delivery, real structure, and real world impact. So a lot has been happening behind the scene. And tonight, we are pulling back the curtains. So you'll hear updates on Mars Exchange and ZapSwap, MetaMars, Rocket, Titans, and a few major legal and regulatory wins that position us like never before. So, but before we get into all that, we have someone very special to help kick things off. He needs no introduction anymore. I believe that most of you guys already know who he is. So, but I'll give him one anyway. So the one and only GC. So take it away.
Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and very good hello to everybody on the call. And it's been a long time, I think, since the last time I spoke to everyone. And I'm quite happy to see that we have people from all around the world, different countries. So please feel free to tell me where you're from in the chat. Just put in your country, represent your community, because that's the spirit of the DAO that we are trying to push. Very nice. We have India, Norway, Nigeria, let me see, Austria, UK, Paraguay. Wow, that's a new community, I think. We have India, Turkey, Serbia. Wow, it's quite amazing how far we have come, and I have a lot to share with you guys today. And I think today is a special session just for me to share some updates with everyone that I'm sure that you're excited to hear about, and I'm also very excited to share with everyone here. But before that, I just want to share a little bit about the kind of people we have been speaking with, and also a little bit of the recap of M3DAO. So it's been about 1 year and it's about 1 year and 3 months. Wait, 1 year and 2 months now since we officially started. And if you add in the planning, it's been 1 year and 4 months that we've gotten everyone together since at the very beginning when we had like 20 people, 10 people right in our HQ in Dubai and in KL. And now we have over, I think we have crossed 400,000 in the past few weeks, and we are starting to grow quite fast, because I remember in the Bangkok trip, the Bangkok event, we had like 250,000 members at that time, and in just a short 2 months ever since Bangkok, we have grown another 200,000, so we are at 400 plus thousand people members now. So you can imagine we spent about 1 year to build 200K, but we only took 2 months to grow another further 200K. So I guess we are starting to see the ripple effect. It's starting to snowball really quickly. So I'm really proud of our community. And I've been appearing lesser and lesser in the Zooms and in person, because I've been focusing on some bigger picture things. So for example, right now I'm actually talking to you from my hotel room in Hong Kong. I'm not sure if you can see the background, but that's the skyline of Hong Kong right there. And we've just completed a short leadership course here, where we connected with some of the biggest names in crypto. We had at least 4 Binance listed founders. So their projects has been listed in Binance. We had some people from traditional finance, people from BlackRock, people from HSBC, some of the big banks, and some people from the traditional finance world. And the topic that they're all talking about is something that we have been building on for the past 1 year. Can anyone guess that topic? Can place it down in the chat. Yes, I saw some of you have already mentioned. Yes, the topic is RWA. And if you've been following crypto, you'll realize that there's a lot of new regulations. I think in the US, they have this, the Genius Act that was just passed, and also the Clarity Act. So I'll do a little bit of a recap, a little bit of a summary what these two things means to Web3, and also what it means for us. So the Genius Act basically tells us that crypto is now legal as a fundraising platform in the US, and also the Clarity Act. So these two come hand in hand, and basically what it tells us is that Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I think in some jurisdictions, Solana, has become an official legal fundraising currency. So this law is about to pass, I think, in August, so this month. And once that has passed, it means that companies in the US, listed companies in the US, is able to officially use Ethereum and Bitcoin and Solana and some major currencies as the medium of financial fundraising. So that is a big step forward in the world of crypto. And this RWA topic means that there's a lot of real businesses, listed companies in the US that is starting to enter the market, the crypto market. So those that are in the stock market, I think, I do not see the video. Can anyone, does everyone see me?
Yes, we do see you.
Okay, perfect. I think that's maybe just your settings. Okay, let me continue. So I know we have some leaders from the UK. I think Pinaki is in this call too. D, okay, is also in this call. We spoke about stocks in Bangkok, and I'm very happy to say that in the past 2 months after Bangkok, there has been many companies that have started to use crypto as a financial backing. So some of them mainly is, like, as we know, MicroStrategy. They have created one of the biggest trading volumes in stock history, aside from Nvidia and Google and all those kind of blue chip stocks. MicroStrategy is one of the biggest traded stocks in the US right now. And we are seeing new companies, like one notable mention is SharpLink Gaming. The ticker is SBET, SBET. And they are founded, or rather acquired, by the co-founder of Ethereum and also the founder of Consensus, which is the team behind MetaMask. And his name is Joseph Lubin, if I'm not wrong. And he has hired 5 senior management from BlackRock. So it is a big move because no other crypto company has been able to do that before. And this is just one. And we also have Bitmine Technologies, BMNR, if you're interested, that is using Bitcoin and Ethereum as a asset. So they're moving their financial papers into crypto. So now crypto is recognized as a currency to hold value in the US markets. And we are about to see even more and more of that. And in Hong Kong, where I am right now, we actually just met another listed company called Nano Labs, which is holding BNB, which is the Binance token, as their asset. And they're raising the company valuation and the market cap using tokens. And we're about to see even more. I think there's more and more of such companies that is gonna use Solana or even Cardano or some other major tokens as their backing. And it has become quite a hot topic even in the traditional financial markets. So in the US, basically in Wall Street, this has become one of the biggest topics. And the US is also going to be one of our future stops where we talk about the M3ZOOM on a higher level. So another thing that I wanted to share is how much we have evolved. 1 year ago, we were talking to projects, we were talking to leaders, people like me, LA, and the core team. We were talking to projects, crypto people, and fast forward 1 year now, we are talking to authorities, regulations, financial leaders in the space. So it has been a great journey, and we are about to snowball into the next phase because we have recently also gotten approved for one of our licenses in Dubai, which is going to take us forward in some of the expansions of the business, especially on the regulatory part that we have been talking about for so long. So I have prepared some slides, some presentation material that I will share with you just shortly before after I end this short little sharing. Then you'll see clearly what we have in store for you guys. So just a summary from this leadership course, this couple of days I spent in Hong Kong. The next hotspot for crypto is going to be in Hong Kong and the USA. So that's contrary to 2 years ago where the hotspot was in Dubai and Singapore. Now the hotspot has changed to Hong Kong and the US. So those of you that are, businessmen, you have your own businesses, companies, you can, consider coming to Hong Kong or the US to expand on the crypto part. And now funding has become legal in crypto. So it's a very, very big win for us. And this whole industry is gonna be evolved. And once we have all this big money coming in, the whole entire market cap of the crypto industry is gonna go double, triple, and even 10 times in the near future. So that is my personal speculation. And we have always been a bit faster than the rest, a few steps forward. We have been building the RWA narrative since 1 year ago, and we've been building the Ethereum narrative since 1 year ago. And on top of that, I remember many, many times in my past few Zooms, or even in my offline meetings in Japan, in Taiwan, also in Hong Kong, I've mentioned many, many times that the price of Bitcoin will go up according to the money supply. So M2 money supply, this is something I've been talking about for a long, long time. And that has become reality. I said that it's going to cross 100,000 and it's going to cross the all-time high. So that has already happened. And those of you that have heeded my advice and invested in those items, congratulations to you. And a big congratulations to everyone else here in the call as well, because you have decided on the correct industry, because this is the only industry left right now that's going to be explosive. And it's the only industry where your investment can come back double, triple, and even 10 times, 100 times to you if you make the right decisions and follow the right people. All right, so that's all for my personal little sharing session, and now I'll go on into the actual content. So I'll proceed to share my screen. So I'm using an iPad, so maybe it's gonna look a little bit different from when I'm using the PC. So please let me know if you can see my screen. Are you able to?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, all right. So the topic for this call is gonna be the community update for Mars First and also M3. So as a whole, what have we been doing? And I'm sure many of you are asking questions. GC is not appearing anymore in the offline events. It's not appearing in the Zooms anymore. And the reason for that is because we have already passed the phase where we have to personally train the leaders. Now our top leaders are more than qualified to host events on their own, more than qualified to host seminars, to host little get-togethers and little DAO meetups. So that's something we are really proud of. Ever since the launch of M3 Hub, this has been mega successful, and we have seen a great improvement in adoption and also duplication in the community growth aspect, community building aspect. All right, so on the first item that I'm sure many of you have been asking about is the exchange. So the exchange itself, after we invested in it, we realized that there's a lot of things that needs to be worked on. And in the past 2-3 months, we have been hiring a lot of people, and I will be sharing with you one of the leaders, not the kind of leaders that you're thinking of, but the leader in the exchange and the person who will be overseeing some of the big operations in the exchange. I'll be introducing him to you in a bit. But yes, we are expanding our operations across just spot exchanges. We are also going to offer OTC. We're going to offer some ways for you to exchange USDT and USDC for some of your fiat currencies. So in the future, you'll be able to see you exchanging USDT for USD, USDT for let's say AED and some other currencies that will be made available. So many questions has also been asked about the token, so the MEXT token. So the withdrawal for this token has been on hold for some time, and it is going to be open and made available to everyone, roughly estimated on the 15th of August, so middle of this month. And for the exact date, please follow closely with our trainers and also our DAO leaders to get the exact date. And also, like I mentioned, a professional team has joined MEX, and these people were people I used to be colleagues with, people that I've worked with back in Binance. And we have managed to get one of the leaders, one of the management from Binance.US. So he has been very familiar with the US market. And the reason why we specifically got him over is because the USA is going to be one of the next hotspot in crypto. So this person has the experience and also the connections to bring us and the exchange to the next level. So let me introduce this person to everyone. So please give him a triple three in the chat to give him a warm welcome. So this new team addition is this gentleman right here. His name is Dylan, and he's gonna join Mars Exchange. So a little bit of a background. I'm sure he'll tell you more in a bit. I'll invite him to speak with everyone as well, because I think he's also quite excited to join. But he has been in 3 major exchanges. So GC has only been in 1 major exchange, which is Binance. But this gentleman right here has been in all 3 big exchanges, and that includes OKX, Binance, and Bybit. And in each of these exchange, in each of these tenure, he has taken on leadership position, and he's been in a position that's much more senior than me. So he's very professional, and even his experience before the crypto exchanges has been very, very much into technology and product. So this man is going to be the guy that will be leading some of the major advances and the major initiatives in the Mars exchange. So that is MEX for those that don't know. So in 2020, that's when he has entered the crypto realm. That was in when he was in OKX, and he was actually the growth lead for the Europe team in OKX. So OKX Europe, if anyone have ever had your withdrawals blocked in Europe, this is the man behind it. You can drop him some messages to remind him of that. And he was also in Binance US for 3 years, so 2021 all the way to 2024. And he has hopped multiple positions. He has hopped up, climbed up in management in the 3 years that he's been there. And I saw personally how he has grown in the company. He's someone that's already much more senior than me when I joined Binance, but then he went on to be more and more influential in the company. And in Binance.US, he reports directly to the head of Binance US. So he is just 2 positions away from CZ himself. So CZ is the CEO of Binance, and this gentleman right here is only 2 positions away from that. So he was the head of staking in the US. So that means he has worked on products that allow you to stake your Bitcoin, stake Ethereum, and basically any kind of staking work. This man is the go-to person in Binance, at least for the USA side. And that kind of experience is something that is very, very, very valuable and extremely helpful to us, because we are a platform, a project that focuses heavily on staking, because we are very, very well focused in DeFi. So this is also the guy that will in the future not only assist us in MEX, but also assist us in our other portfolio projects. So he will also be joining the DAO as a contributor, and he'll be one of the thought leaders, just like our friends in in Dubai. We have Jeremy, we have Emmanuel, we have Darren, we have James. These men right here will be among the board of advisors that is going to help the DAO grow into the next stage as well. And just right before he joined us, right before I managed to snatch him over, he was the principal operations in Bybit, and for the Web3 department. So basically anything that includes the wallet operation, so the operation of the Bybit wallet, this is the guy behind it, and he's the main guy that oversees everything that has to do with Bybit wallet, Bybit Web3, in his final past 1 year. So it's a big step out from his leadership position in Binance US. He's gotten on to take on a much heavier responsibility in Bybit. But unfortunately, that came to a stop because he's a good friend of mine, and he's seen how much DAO has grown, and also has seen how much effort we've been put into our investments and also our projects that is incubating under M3ZOOM. So he has come by, and he's going to become one of the chiefs in MEX. So see something, oh, he's gonna do everything. So he's gonna be like the CEO, see everything. Oh, he's gonna take on a lot of heavy responsibilities in our exchange, and he will also be the guy to connect us to some of the best connections in crypto. So before we move on to the next topic, I would like to invite our new addition to the team, Mr. Dylan, to share a few words about himself, and I'll let him introduce himself to you. So Dylan, please welcome.
Thank you, GC. Thank you, GC. It's quite excited to be here, guys. I just sat down for this. I was working, but I was sat down for this. Yeah, I will be joining Mars Exchange and lead the entire market exchange product operations and polish, and we will just try to build the best products out there in the world, and especially start from the user experience and work back to the technology, right? Yeah, GC did a pretty good summary about myself. So previously I was the head of Earn at Binance US. My team built the staking from 0 to 1, and we are the largest staking program in the entire US. In the terms of the number of staking tokens that you can stake. So I will definitely bring my expertise and resources to build these products in Mars Exchange as well. And very soon you will be able to stake Ethereum, Bitcoins, stable coins, and our own tokens, and at amazing rates. And we'll do everything we can to do the risk control and give you the best value from the staking from the Earn. And yeah, I started my career in a smaller exchange called Big One, and moved my way up to OKX. I was one of the early founding members for the European regions at OKEX at the time. I then joined Binance US, and after that, I hold a tenure position at Bybit's Web3 Wallets in the Dubai office. It's quite excited to be here, everyone, and I look forward to contributing to the team and bring the best products and services to you all. Thanks. Back to you, JC.
Awesome. All right, thank you, Dylan, for the great sharing. And just a little fun fact, just that's not disclosed before. Dylan is actually also one of the developers and product managers behind some of GC Capital's institutional products. So GC Capital also provides some earning products to our bigger partners, so big banks, institutions, other VCs, and basically rich people. They entrust the money to us, and the product that made it possible through arbitrage and through automated high frequency trading is made possible by this man right here, Dylan, which has been a really very reliable person when it comes to this kind of monetary tech. So I'm very glad to also see that he has agreed to join us on this journey. And this guy will be the next superstar in the DAO. So for those of you that are able to drop by places like Dubai, or even in our next trip in Phuket, or even in our HQ in KL, you might have a chance to meet Dylan. And I'm also sure that he's very, very excited to meet everyone as well. You can see he's actually quite nervous and anxious when he's sharing. But he's a very, very serious person when it comes to work, and doesn't really talk that much. So I'm quite surprised that he shared in this call. All right, so let's welcome Dylan to the DAO, and also to be part of the operational team across the board, and also as a contributor to GC Capital. Very thankful for him. So hope you guys are as excited as I am. because it's gonna bring us to the next level with some of the best connections in the space, especially in the US. Now next, we have ZapSwap, which is also another, for those that don't know, is another portfolio project of ours, and it is the decentralized exchange of the Mars ecosystem. So it is built on Mars chain. It's the first swap, the first decentralized swap on the Mars chain. So a little bit of updates with ZapSwap. So the liquidity pools from M3DAO, the incubator projects like Rocket, Mars, and other stuff that you've probably seen if you've been here from day one. These projects will be available on ZapSwap with their own very own liquidity pool roughly by the 19th of August, maybe plus minus one or 2 days. And you'll be able to stake, trade, do some DeFi stuff on ZapSwap at that time. So we've been working on integrating our tokens, these portfolio tokens, into ZapSwap one by one and moving them onto the Mars chain one by one. So most of them have agreed. Most of the projects that we've invested in and incubated has agreed to come on, and you'll be able to see them very, very soon. And there's also a lot of external projects. So outside of the M3DAO ecosystem, outside of what you've seen before, and basically projects from other chains, other ecosystems, exchanges, Ethereum, Solana. We have been contacted by many of those, and we have selected some good partners, some projects that we think are reliable and safe to trade, safe to stake. And we've chosen a few of them to come on board onto ZapSwap as well. So in addition to our own tokens, like the tokens that you guys know and love, we're also going to have other tokens that is from other parts of the Web3 world. These LP will be coming to us very, very soon. We can expect them to come maybe even within this week or the next couple of days. And you'll see more and more of them coming on board because we are very in touch with the projects in crypto as well. So these people will be non-investment related. They'll be coming on board just to be part of the ecosystem and to provide liquidity in this chain. So they'll be locking some tokens, locking some value into the chain, and also bringing a lot of their users from other chains into Mars chain. And lastly, the ZapSwap token, DST, withdrawals will open post LP integration. So after the LP has been integrated, LP stands for liquidity pool, the withdrawals will be open and you'll be able to move your tokens out of the system. And there will be limited withdrawals until the 20th of August, and it's roughly going to be available for withdrawal at that time. And that's the reason for that is for market making. So basically there has to be some on and off trading, some bots to be integrated onto the LP, and we'll have very, very healthy trading volume after this has been opened instead of having like a huge sell pressure. So this is it for ZapSwap, and on to the next item. Rocket. So the Rocket Launchpad is gonna get an overhaul. It was previously paused because of some technical issues, and we've decided to do a complete overhaul of the whole thing. So our partners at Rocket has been incubating with us since day one. So he's been working very, very closely with us to provide a new user interface. So I've seen this platform and I think it's very, very modern, and it really fits what M3DAO is trying to do and what we are trying to push across our ecosystem. So this again will be the platform where we launch many of the projects in the future. So this is a little bit different from ZapSwap. This is where the actual launching happens, where the token becomes live. And there will be a collaboration with MEX and ZapSwap for co-launches. So you can see tokens being made available in 3 places at once, at least for the launch itself. So this means increased liquidity across the board. There will be more buyers available, especially with our recent marketing efforts. That's going to bring in a lot of new users to the ecosystem. And doing these co-launch style launches is going to create a huge demand for the token, and it's going to create huge exposure as well across the board. So this is also something that we're very excited about and something you can look forward to. And the last part is temporary rocket withdrawal limitation. So with every new update to the projects, we need to create some space for the team to do a little bit of market making, and they need this space because there's been some volatility in their token, and this is always needed when a new product is launched, because we don't know how the token itself will be interacting with the platform. But once the project has launched, once this platform has launched and the overhaul is complete and bug free, the withdrawal will be fully open at that point. But a withdrawal limitation doesn't mean that the token will be locked forever. So just stay tuned and make sure to follow the Rocket team on all their social media platforms and also the website itself to know exactly when this is going to happen, when the withdrawals will be open. All right, so we have a couple more updates today. And the next one is MetaMask. So the beta launch of this project that we've been incubating since day one, I think it's our first incubated project, and the token has gained a lot of traction ever since the listing on Maxi. This has been one of the huge, highly traded tokens on the platform. And just I think 1 day or 2 days ago, we were ranked, like this token was ranked #1 in Maxi for trading volume, for the number of clicks, for number of visitors to the website on Maxi. So I'm not sure if any of you use Maxi or use it religiously, but yesterday when I was taking a look, Maxi actually has this on the #1 spot on their exchange. And when you basically open it, it pops out at you and say, hey, come trade Mars. And this, if I'm not wrong, it's not due to the team paying the exchange or anything. It is purely due to volume. There's been a lot of topic about Mars recently, and I think the crypto crowd has turned their attention to this token just for the name itself. So it could be one of the reasons why there was a lot of trading volume. So this is something that has been flagged to us, like this is traded too much. There's too many people trading this token, and it's always a good thing. That means more adoption, more people paying attention to the token itself, the project itself, and we have a lot of new followers on the social media of MetaMask. So that's always a plus. And from what I hear with our fellow investors, fellow VCs, is that there's a lot of projects that want to be made available in this ecosystem once it goes live. So the beta version is confirmed for August. The exact date, wait for the official announcement as usual. And just know that this will be made available in August. So this has been one of the old projects, the OG projects for the DAO. And I'm very excited to be announcing these to you. So in the future, you'll be able to see the product itself and feel and touch and to see what the project has developed from. So the Mars token itself, there will be a couple of changes to or rather added utilities to the token. Back then, it was just a utility token, it was a ecosystem token. But now the Mars token, it becomes mandatory. That means it is required in the metaverse for ads, gas fees, and also to use some of the things in this metaverse. So that creates a very healthy buying economy for the token and make sure that it doesn't become obsolete after the launch of the project. So there will be ads in MetaMask that comes in the form of other projects, platforms, exchanges, and maybe even small retail platforms will be coming and welcome to buy ad spots in the metaverse. So this is something also to look forward to, and I hope that this is something that everyone's also as excited as I am. All right, on to the next point, the Titan project. So this is something that represents the RWA segment in the M3ZOOM ecosystem, and I'm very happy to share some developments for this project. So basically, when we talk about traveling, when we talk about meeting with authorities and regulations, this also includes it's also included in some of our regulatory talks. So we have signed some contract with one of the biggest projects, real estate projects in Malaysia. And I'm not sure, at least for those that came here before to Malaysia, would know about this state called Malacca. It is a coastal state in the southwest. So it's like Malaysia is like a pole. It's on the southwest region of Malaysia, and it's where a lot of the ships go to dock and refuel and stuff. So it's a nice little town, a nice little state in the west side of Malaysia. And this Malacca Gateway is an island that is right next to this state. So it is a multi-billion project, multi-billion project, and Titan has successfully signed a contract with Malacca Gateway. So this project is a project that is half owned, partially owned by the King of Malaysia. So it's a very big move forward for us, multi-billion project. And we're happy to see that a project from our ecosystem has made it that far. And on top of Malacca Gateway, we have also introduced 2 hotels in Thailand to the Titan project. So in the past couple of months, these hotels have been in back and forth communications with us, and we have been facilitating the communication between Titan and also these hoteliers to sign a contract. So again, very happy to share that 2 hotels have successfully signed with Titan to take lead in their RWA initiative. Now, the very final announcement for this project is again Phuket. So for those of you that have been to Phuket, and one of our leaders, Runa, actually did his proposal to his wife in Phuket, and this was the key to his proposal. Basically, he purchased a property in the real estate project using the MM and USDT, which is also one of the examples of usage of crypto to purchase real estate in the M3ZOOM ecosystem. And ever since then, we have seen a couple more leaders purchasing the properties in this small little town. So there will be expansion for this project because there's so much demand and there's a lot of new signups, new interest in this real estate development. So previously it was only supposed to be like a 30 villa estate. It was for 30 to 40 villa project. But now, if I'm not wrong, they have successfully acquired a bigger piece of land. And for those of you that have been to Phuket with us to view the first sample property, the first sample villa, if you remember, there's actually a huge piece of land next to the mountain. And this company has successfully acquired those land as well. So in the future, there will be at least 1 or 2 more expansions and extensions to this real estate project. And you can expect full operation of all of these, the Titan platform by September to October, roughly in those time. So this is one of our proudest projects. We have managed to sign such a big contract with the real giants in the real world. And it's really a good signal for us to tell us that we have been right all along in choosing this vertical. All right. So what this means for you, all this sharing, all these updates that I've been putting through with everyone, what it basically means for you is that even though you don't see us all the time, you might be wondering, where has GC been this whole time? Where has been where's the management team? Why is it always Jensen? Why is it always Kelvin, Ben, those guys? It's because we have been focusing on many different aspects of the business. And because of the way we have designed the whole thing, we don't only do tokens. We don't only do seed rounds, investments. There's a lot more behind the scenes that's happening. And we are focusing on actually making those things possible because there have been many projects, many ecosystems that will sell you the dream, but they never actually execute these things. But after what we've been worked on so far, we can assure you that execution is underway across all pillars of the M3DAO. And every single thing that we have incubated, we follow through all the way and we make sure that every single one of them is making money. So that's the most important aspect. And the next point is that top tier talent is now willing to join the operations. So in the past, it's always GC, it's always James, it's always this couple of names. But in the future, there's a lot more top tier talents that are on the way. And Dylan is just one of them. He's one of the biggest guy. But there's a lot of other guys from exchanges, other guys from relevant experience joining the ecosystem. So when we incubate a project, we also make sure that there's the right person to bring them to the next level. So for MEX, Dylan is a guy, and there will be future hires for all of our future projects as well. We will make sure that each of them are worked on by capable people. So all these updates also means that the ecosystem itself is expanding. There's more and more people, more and more adoption, more recognition for the whole brand itself. And let me tell you, when we have landed in Hong Kong, we have had so many invitations. Let's come go for a dinner, come drink with us, come have tea, come to our office. And actually tomorrow, me and LA, we're actually gonna pay 2 listed companies a visit. One of them is called OSL, one of them is called Hashkey. These are big players in the Hong Kong space. And we're also going to be visiting 2 banks, 2 offshore banks in Hong Kong that is trying to work on a deal with us. So every single time we land onto a certain country, we are always flooded with these kinds of invitations to collaborate. So it's a lot different from 1 year ago. And I think the reason for that is that we have been working and delivering everything that we've promised since day one. So back then, when we were just a community, there was no invested projects, there was no ecosystem. It is hard for you to believe and come on board. But now I think it's a whole different story. And a bigger expansion for the ecosystem means a stronger foundation, which means that in the very near future, in the next year or so, we'll see the mass foundation growing very, very strong. And we have all these experienced people joining the foundation as well. So there's a lot to look forward to in the next year, and there's very, very big updates coming. And this is just something that I put together on a short period of time to update everybody, but there's actually a lot more that goes on behind the scene. So that being said, we are very confident that there is huge progress into Q4 of 2025. So in a blink of an eye, we are now sitting at August. So we are approaching Q4 that fast. Yes, it has been 8 months since 2025 started. And if any of you have seen the 2025 video that we made during the new year, I think we have come quite a long way. Back then, we had like 100,000 members. Now we are sitting at 4 times the number. So we are growing at a very exponential phase. And I do believe that by the end of the year, we can hit more than 1 million users in the ecosystem. So give yourself a pat on the back, ask the right questions, be supportive with your leaders, and propose the right ideas. We will actually support some of these ideas, and there's many leaders that have given us some great ideas and introduced some great connections to us as well. So one of our biggest assets is also you, members of the DAO, and also the leaders of the DAO. So on to the next big thing that we're working on. I think this is a name that many people in the call knows. Anyone that doesn't know this probably hasn't met the core team. So there's a company called X Infinity, which is basically the parent company behind the whole ecosystem. This is a company that is led by a very, very well-known man. And I'm sure most of you already know who I'm talking about without even mentioning him. So this parent company has been registered in Dubai since the launch of the whole project. And this has been a company that we have been doing some of our contract signing and some of our regulations, talks with the regulators with. So I'm very, very happy to share that we are now officially licensed in Dubai. So the jurisdiction of Dubai has awarded us with the license for financial and educational operation of the company. So this is exactly what we are doing. in M3DAO, financial and educational. So this is a big step forward, and we are now ready to comply with the regulations, comply with the authorities, and also comply with the next step forward in crypto. Because as we know, after the Genius Act and also the Clarity Act that has been passed in the US, there's going to be a lot more compliance, a lot more crypto-friendly licenses that will come out. So now we are aligning our operations with the UAE, and we are following their guidelines for some of their latest regulatory frameworks. And we know that actually the UAE is the biggest single jurisdiction that has been welcoming crypto. And as you can see, even the Nasdaq exchange in Abu Dhabi, one of the biggest financial hubs in the world, has also been working on tokenized stock, or rather stock tokens. So which means crypto tokens can become stock, and stock shares can become crypto. So this is what Abu Dhabi is working on, and they are also in the UAE league. So we are ready to comply with them, and our direction for this is basically we're gonna be laying some of the legal foundation for everything that's coming next. So on top of this, we are also able to legally now provide financial services, and that is for educational initiatives in Dubai. So now it's a lot more clear what we can and cannot do in the Middle East, and that makes it a lot easier for us to protect the community, ensure sustainability, and also to stay fully compliant. So the three words that we have for this movement onto the next stage is regulated, structured, and future ready. So we are building something that's long-term, something global. And we have been building for a long time in the gray areas of the market, but now the governments, not only in the US, but also in the UAE and across the globe, will slowly recognize crypto, slowly recognize Web3, blockchain. And we are here to jump onto that opportunity, because there's no such thing as luck, but opportunity and luck goes to those who are ready. So we are ready, and therefore now we are one of the first few companies in Dubai to receive this license. And I'm just very excited of what we can actually do with the Dubai authorities, royals, and also some of the Saudi money, which is a big deal, because they'll be playing a huge part in some of our RWA initiatives in the future. So there's also, on the legal side of things, there's also other updates as well. Aside from being licensed, there's also something else that I have to share with everyone. And this is to make sure that everyone is safe, and every contributor in our DAO is also clear of what's going on. So there's some legal clarification that needs to happen, with the whole Clarity Act. M3DAO has our own Clarity Act of our own. So this means our MM is now becoming what we're calling MCN. So as you all know, MM stands for Martian material, and it is not going to be completely swapped out. It is still going to be here, but now it's just going to remain as a reward point system within the M3DAO ecosystem, the M3DAO platform. And there will be something new called the MCN, the Merchant Credit Note. That's the new utility token on Mars Chain. So in the future, there's also going to be a swap available for MCN on ZapSwap. You are able to swap MCN for USDT on ZapSwap, and you can get USDT. So you'll be able to withdraw this USDT and use it just as you would any other USDT tokens. So based on our legal advices, we are now making these key changes, not only to comply with the latest regulatory requirements, but also to make sure that we remain relevant in the whole the shifting crypto landscape. Everything has been changing from on the policy end, and we have to make sure that we are keeping up with them. So this is required. You don't have to know exactly why, but this is done to comply and to make sure that we are legal in the jurisdiction that we are in. So it avoids any kind of classification as a security. As we all know, there's a lot of confusion between crypto tokens and securities. And having this move actually prevents us from being classified as a security. And the fact that we are even talking about this conversation, the fact that we are even having this discussion means we have come under the radar of not only the SEC but also the authorities in the world. And that's always a good thing because small projects don't get recognized and small projects don't get called out like this. So when we receive the notice, we are actually quite happy that this is happening. So to allow this to be usable, MM has to be swapped to something new, and it has to be built on a chain instead of being in a system. So MM itself previously was in the system and it was also used as a token, but now that will not be the case because there will be a new token that will be replacing that. So from there, MCN can be swapped into USDT on ZSwap, creating a seamless legal flow of funds for our users. And this is a major win because this elevates us from just being technically sound. Now we're also legally sound. So many people ask questions about us being actually legal. Now we are legal. We are licensed, and it has been like that from day one. But now we are licensed to provide these services. So with this step, withdrawals will be smooth, interactions will be transparent, and most importantly, regulators will no longer give us a hard time. At least for the near future, we won't be having a hard time from these people that are usually always on our back, trying to get things out of us. So there will be a brief 2-day halt, 2 days, to finalize the backend data before this whole thing fully goes live. So take notes, especially our big leaders. I'm sure you'll be receiving a lot of questions. So there will be a 2-day pause. When these 2 days will actually happen, will be announced and it will be informed to you. You'll be notified. And on the next couple of days, the MCN USDT liquidity pool will be open and it'll go live on ZapSwap. So MCN won't just be used as this withdrawal medium, this withdrawal token to convert into USDT. It will also be accepted on one of our newest platforms called Caviar. And Caviar is a platform that's used for luxury shopping, luxury branded digital premiums. And I'll talk to you a little bit more about this project. This is something that I'm also very, very excited about. And I've been working on this with the core team across the past couple of months. So a pause over here. I think that's everything we have. Wait. Okay. So the Caviar project, just before I end everything, I know it's been quite some time since I started, but the Caviar project is something that we've been working really, really closely on in the past couple of months. And we have been opening up conversations with some of the big leaders, not our kind of leaders, but the big leaders in the crypto world. And we have managed to contact even some of the tier 1 exchange. I won't exactly say where, but it is a tier 1 exchange, and we are trying to work out a deal where this token will be officially listed on those platforms. And the founder behind this project is someone that's very impressive. He's someone that has a huge following, a huge company in China and also globally, where he's able to move millions upon millions of retail goods over just a click of a finger. And with this kind of experience, he's able to fuel that and funnel those volume into this project and into this platform. And it will be the first of its kind. The Caviar project will be the first of its kind where you're able to receive crypto exclusives. So have you ever seen those watches like a Rolex being only available in certain countries? For example, in the US, there's only maybe 3, and in Japan, there's only 3. So it's going to be something similar. This project is focused on limited releases with big brands like, say, Lamborghini, brands like Dior, brands like Fendi, big luxury brands. They have the legal right to, rather this project, this platform founding team, they have the legal rights for these goods, and they're able to bring them to the crypto crowd and make only available for people who purchase with crypto. So this is also, again, a step forward in the retail world. And we all know for these kind of products, it has been snatched, and there's crazy demand. over products like these in the traditional world. So if any of you know the brand Supreme, I'm sure if you know the brand, it means that you know that you've seen people queuing up for this. You know, it's gonna launch on a certain day, and people start queuing up outside the store. So those kind of volume can be absorbed into Web3 if we have a platform like this, and it solves a really big problem where crypto doesn't have a real usage in the real world. So with this platform, you're able to purchase valuable items and truly valuable items on crypto and only on crypto, only with crypto, and on this platform only, and it'll only be released to this crowd. So the MCN token that I've mentioned earlier will be redeemable on this Caviar platform, and it's a shopping platform that will be made available very, very soon. So I hope you are excited about this as well. And this is it's gonna be one of the superstar project. And I think this has the potential to be the first true unicorn of the M3DAO ecosystem. And we're working our very best to make this happen. So stay tuned to Caviar as well. I'm sure you've already seen the promotions. You've seen some of the activities that's happening with this platform right now. And very, very soon, you'll be exposed to the preview of this platform. And we are going to bring aboard so many big name partners into this project. That includes some of the founders. They will be coming by as advisors to this project. Some founders of Binance listed projects will be taking part in this project as advisors, and they'll be playing the role of a consultant and a thought leader in the project. And we also brought together some really, really big, important connections for this project to be listed on the Tier 1 exchange. So the boss behind this project is actually one of the previous boss for a really important person of Tier 1 exchange. So that's how we have actually secured a lot of partnerships through this connection. So stay tuned for this and wait for the official announcement for anything Caviar related. I think this is something that is worth taking a look at. And this is not financial advice. Nothing in this presentation is. But pay attention to this Caviar project. It's a project that I think makes a lot of sense in our ecosystem. All right, so that is it for my presentation. I hope it hasn't been too long. It's exactly 1 hour since I started speaking. And there's a lot of things we've gone through together. So from the exchange withdrawals to a new team addition, Mr. Dylan right here, ZapSwap, Rocket, Mars, Titan, and also our licenses in Dubai, and also legal clarity. You know, there's a lot of things being covered. So I hope you have managed to absorb everything. But if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to our lovely, reliable team, Jensen and friends. So again, thank you everyone for listening to me, and I hope to see you very, very soon.
All right. Wow. Thank you, GC. So for kicking things off with so much clarity. And Dylan, it's honestly amazing to have you here with us tonight. So on behalf of all of us, welcome to the family. This isn't just a DAO, it's a movement. All right. So we are having someone with experience like yours and the energy joining us. That's huge. So I think tonight shows that we are not just moving, we are maturing. We are putting the right pieces in place. We are doing things right, and we are doing it together. So thank you again, GC. Thank you, Dylan. So, and thank you everyone around the world who stayed with us on this call. So big things ahead. Let's keep going. See you guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.